OMT Online Dynasty, we are back here for our week 4 game of the week as we got some action picking up as we're getting a little bit deeper in to season number 4 here. We had a total of 8 user games going on throughout the week here, including Old Dominion getting that win against UAB that went up a couple days ago, so that leaves 7 other user games for us to focus on. Our game of the week is going to be featuring Rodinho and Appalachian State taking on Jax and the Marshall Thundering Herd, who we were supposed to have a user game against last week, but unfortunately schedules just never aligned. Still not entirely sure how we lost that sim game. We had more yards, we won the turnover battle, won the time of possession battle, but that's neither here nor there. We're moving on to the following week. We had a couple conference clashes. We had some other really good user games going down, but we will not have any game breaks throughout this game. We'll just go over the halftime highlights of the other games that I was able to get footage of. So focusing back to our game of the week, and if you've never seen this before, it is a 32 user online dynasty. We are broken out into 4 custom conferences, 8 teams in each, with a relegation system we just implemented here at the start of year number 4. So the top 2 finishers in each conference in year 3 all got moved into the Mountain West. 3rd and 4th went to Conference USA. 5th and 6th went to the American. 7th and 8th went to the Sun Belt. We'll go over all of that at the end of our actual game of the week here. We'll start with App State. We'll take a quick look at the depth charts here. But yeah, it'll be we're getting to that point. Obviously, it's only week 4, so it's still very, very early. But we're going to start keeping an eye on those conference records, because not only the top 2, if you make your conference championship game, you'll be moving up a conference. You'd go from Sun Belt to the American, from American to Conference USA, so on and so forth. But also, if you finish bottom 2, you're going down a division. So it'll just be an extra little thing for us to keep our eye on as we go throughout this regular season here. But let's take a look at Rodinho and his Appalachian State Mountaineers. I believe he will be in the Penn State offense for this one. He's got Khalil Wilkins, very solid quarterback, 90 speed, 6'3" with extender. He's probably going to get out and make some plays with his legs. Speaking of making his plays with his legs, the superstar halfback of Appalachian State been very jealous of this Roger McCord ever since he stepped foot in Boone, North Carolina. Now he's up to 89 overall, 99 speed, 95 XL, 94 agility. I mean, this guy was a freak like as a freshman, and he was making some big plays. We are expecting much of the same from Roger McCord in this one. Wide receiver wise, how are we looking here? Alex Sanchez, 6'2", double dip and recoup, 88 speed. Alex Delgado. Okay, so Appalachian State in the past few years had some real monstrous wide receivers, like with 50-50. And we'd seen that pay off with jump balls and just chuck it up there, let our guys make a play. It looks like we don't quite have that anymore. Solid group of wide receivers, but missing those Appalachian mountain men that App State had throughout the years. At tight end, we are actually starting Gavin Hoffman here. Get used to hearing that name, because I do know he has a monster game. 88 overall, 84 speed. He must have been a transfer portal guy, because I know last year was Mr. Golden Sun was the main tight end for Appalachian State, but now we got an 88 overall taking over that spot. Keep your eyes out for old Gavin Hoffman. Offensive line, solid, nothing spectacular there. We got a grip breaker here and a gold quick jump on Cooper. I'm hoping we see Cooper out on the field here at some point, but Adonis Goodspeed. What a name on this guy. And he's got platinum pocket disruptor from the D tackle position. Avery Cheeks, also kind of funny. And then workhorse hammer. So we got a platinum pocket disruptor. We have a gold quick jump, even though I'm not 100% sure he's actually going to be in the game here. We will have to keep our eyes out on that. Some good speed here at Sam linebacker with Smallwood and Morrow. Cornell is going to be our Mike linebacker with Woodrow and his house call. Darquois will be our Will linebacker at corner. 94 speed, 6'1". I was going to say box specialist. It's a safety. That makes more sense. Taulia Fotu. Of course, a white guy with the spiky hair and a goatee, obviously, from Venice, Florida. It all makes sense. Our corner 2, McIntosh, 6'1", 88 speed. Then our 6'2", 96 speed, Bryce Purvis. So we do get some good size here in our secondary, really good speed between Purvis and Fotu. Good to see. But then that leaves our actual free safety spot kind of in a rough position here with Malik Starks, only 82 speed, 6'1", strong safety playing over at free safety. Then how about our actual strong safety, Jatorian Mack Hammer, 86 speed. I do want to check his rush specialist, see if we, yeah, okay, so we do have Cooper in as our rush left end with his gold quick jump. That is good. So that is how Appalachian State is looking, up to an 85 overall, 86 offense, 84 defense. Very solid job building up that team. Let's go take a look at Marshall's Thundering Herd. The 84 overall squad, ranked number 19 in the country, will be led into battle by Thomas Hyde and his bronze dot. 85 overall. I mean, just a solid group of quarterbacks here. kind of top to bottom. Starting our impact dev true sophomore makes sense, especially looking forward past just this season. Halfback wise, Barry Cornelius, 96 speed and shifty. Jadarius Peters, 96 speed and recoup. We do miss Chris Johnson Jr., who Marshall had for a while, a true home run hitter. But between Cornelius and Peters, it's like Moneyball, you know, we're recreating them in the aggregate. Put those two guys together, maybe they can add up to one Chris Johnson Jr. Wide receivers, Eugene Hilton Jr., Platinum 360, Platinum sidestep, 93 speed. Tony Martin, 89 speed, 78 overall. Alex Quero, 6 foot tall, but layout, recoup, and sure hands, 88 speed. It's not a ton of speed at the wide receiver position, but look at this guy, 6'5", downhill, 50-50, and cutter. Okay, I'd imagine we're going to see him out on the field here at some point. But yeah, not a ton of speed at wide receiver. Looks like all the speed was saved for the halfbacks, but still some really, really good players in that wide receiver room. Tight end wise, everybody's getting these stud tight ends. 90 overall, pure blocker, quick drop, and pocket shield. So we'll see if Marshall's actually going to be coming out and running this ball a little more. I believe they're in the Texas A&M offense, which I don't believe is a playbook we have seen them in before, so we'll see how that works out for him. A very good left tackle. Holy cow. Strong grip, workhorse, second level ground and pound, star dev, 6'8". That's a Wisconsin boy for you. Left guard, solid. Let's see, anything else on the offensive line? So the tackles, very, very good. Hopefully get some time for Thomas Hyde to try to push that ball downfield a little bit, which kind of goes completely against what I was talking about with the run game. So we'll see what Marshall ends up wanting to do. Our left edge, Jaden Scarlett, pocket disruptor, workhorse, and hammer. Right edge, gold takedown, Zachariah Keith. Defensive tackles, workhorse, of course, across the board essentially, and a bronze pocket disruptor on Noah Herrick. So very solid looking offensive line. Linebackers, 88 speed, Chase and Clark. Mike linebackers, a couple bouncers, which I think bouncers like the most useless ability in the game. Like fatigue on zone chucks, who cares about that? Maybe some people do. I don't, but that doesn't mean nobody does. At corner, we'll have 95 speed, 6'2", Matt Hendershot, 91 speed, 6'1", a couple quick jumps on our top two corners here. We'll see, maybe we'll see some corner blitzes coming from Marshall, considering the abilities he's got on these corners. 91 speed, Aiden West with Platinum House Call, another 96 speed. So not a ton of speed at wide receiver, but a ton of speed in Marshall's secondary. Then at free safety, we will have more speed here. Box specialist, 6 foot tall, 93 speed. Rashad Ray, strong safety, platinum blow up on Chris Wokoma. So everybody else in the secondary, you guys worry about the pass. We'll let the strong safety get in there and worry about that run a little bit. So that is how Appalachian State looks. That is how Marshall looks. Let's head on into our game. Good luck to Radinho. Good luck to Jax. Let's get to it. And we'll hop straight in. First play of the game here with Appalachian State on offense. This is all going to be from Jax Marshall's point of view, just by the way. Looking left, Wilkins, and immediately Chasen Clark jumps right in front of it for the Thundering Herd. First play of the game. There is that, 88 speed linebacker jumping right in front of it. And I do, quick just side note about Appalachian State. Because they're in the American Conference now, it almost looks like they have another logo. Like, look, right there. Looks like they have their logo again on their jersey. Kind of fits nice. It kind of works out. We'll see if Appalachian State's can be able to either move their way up out of the American next season, We will see. We will see. Like, so we'll look at all of our conference standings and things at the end. Go with a little power read out to the right, and there is that big man, Barry Cornelius. One that might be one of my new favorite auto-generated names we haven't come across yet. Barry Cornelius. That is just fantastic. Takes it down to the 1 yard line though. Second and goal, 20 seconds into this ball game. So we will watch the first full drive of each team. That's obviously not going to count as a full drive for Appalachian State, as there goes Cornelius. No, that was actually Jadarius Peters on that carry, taking that in for the early Marshall touchdown. Let's see if Khalil Wilkins in this Appalachian State offense can compose themselves. You got to have a short memory if you want to be a quarterback in this league. We'll see how they can respond back. We got to think it's got to be going to Roger McCord. The 1-2 punch, go with a little tight end RPO. It's either going to Roger McCord or that superstar tight end Gavin Hoffman. I said that is a name we are going to be hearing quite a bit. Gavin Seymour Hoffman taking that RPO to the right flat, picking up 12 yards for the Mountaineers. Wing off 3 tight end was this formation. Penn State has got some wild stuff in their playbook. Going for a little weak side toss there, or I guess whatever. Weak side for the quarterback. Oh no, Wilkins is left-handed. Forget everything I just said. Strong side toss, trying to get one out to McCord. Good time for Marshall to send the dogs. They get in the backfield, bring McCord down just for a loss of 1. We are definitely expecting to see a lot of McCord throughout this game. I didn't fully check the stats. I know Hoffman has a big game, but other than that, I don't really know a ton about what happens outside of like the final score here. Going for a little quick hitch right back to Gavin Hoffman there. This time Marshall staying on top of him like honey on something. It's too early for me. I can't think right now. 3rd and 10 for Appalachian State. Going with the trips to the right. McCord to his left. Solo receiver to his left. Just a little rush. Looked like a rush 2 and then send the QB spy. We potentially had number 6 on that left sideline. Just a little too much air under that one for Wilkins and Appalachian State. Now we got our first real drive here of Marshall in that Texas A&M offense. Let's see what they are going to draw up here. A run right up the gut to Cornelius, trying to find just a little bit of space through that big Appalachian State defensive line. Unable to get too much going there. 2nd and 7. Thomas Hyde back in a 2 tight end, 2 receiver set here. It looks like maybe that right flat that's taken away. Corner out taken away. Hyde. A little Jekyll and Hyde. That's the Jekyll side when he gets out to take off and run. Picks up 12 yards as he rolls out to the right. Now to some pistol. We're seeing a lot of different things out of Marshall here. Trying to get a power run going right up the middle. But number 4 on Appalachian State really flew into that backfield. Kind of laid a big hit there on Cornelius. And back to our 2 tight end set here. Last time it was just a big flood over to the left. This time we're trying to get that run game going. But this Mountaineer defensive line, man, they've been standing up strong early here. It looked like only a 3 down lineman set, but that nose tackle gets off the block beautifully, brings Cornelius down for just a gain of 1. There's a few times I feel like we've been really close to popping a good size run here, but that nose tackle's just been having none of it. Go for that whip out to the left. It is, I wasn't sure that was even going to get caught, but I believe that's Eugene Hilton, number 13. It would make sense, like T.Y. Hilton. He does hold on to that ball. Just a gain of 3 though, a 4th and 3. Early big play here for the App State defense. Try to get that offense, spark a little bit of momentum in these Mountaineer boys after the offense has had some early struggles here. Trying to hit a little seam streak over to the left, but it is man coverage. Try to hit that drag, maybe go for the trail route, and a good secure catch there by number 10 Jaquez Murphy of Marshall. Just catch that one and get down on the ground because he heard those footsteps coming. He was gonna get his head taken clean off of his body if he tried to catch and run that one. So just catch it and get down, pick up that huge first down for Marshall. 7-0 going right back to that run up the middle with Cornelius. That time they get that nose tackle out of the way, and Barry is able to find a little bit of room to pick up 7 yards. Going with a little like doubles set here. See if we can't hit that tight end right up the middle. No, we cannot. Can Jekyll get out and make a play? No. Big number 75 of App State stays right in front of him. You are not. You got to stay Mr. Hyde for this one. Or is it It's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, you got to stay Mr. Hyde for this one. We're not seeing Dr. Jekyll getting out and running like a madman all over again. We got our own Van Helsing on this defense. Sometimes you just kind of talk nonsense on these, and that's what happens. So we go for a little quick speed out over there to the left, only pick up 1 yard, and now we got another 4th and 2. Gotta imagine this Thundering Herd offense is going to be staying on the field here. If we did on that last 4th down, why would we not for this one? Kind of looked like just not the best pass there by Hyde. Left him a little too far outside and had to like come back to make that catch. So going quick slants over here, whip route, maybe have the tight end get B right in that pocket. The little delayed slant. Gosh, those are just so good. You could see that play was PA deep in on how it's not just a straight slant. He kind of stays, it kind of goes straight sideways first before it goes into a slant. And those delayed slants are fantastic. And, tie together a couple routes to clear out some space, find your guy. Another big 4th down for conversion for Marshall. Get it back. T-Y. Eugene Hilton Jr. takes that one in on a quick little RPO for Marshall, gets them up a 14-0. Pressure on Radinho and Appalachian State's offense. When the pressure's on, who else are we going to turn to but Roger McCord? Another little RPO, potentially looking for that little hitch to our tight end number 44, but instead just give it to your guy, McCord. Let him pop a run. I mean, he was at, 2 for -3, going off our math we see on the screen there before that. But that play, the offensive line holds up well. McCord able to find some space, and now we're at Marshall's 34. Now we got a little momentum. Now we got some things cooking for the Mountaineers. Going back to that trips, going back to an RPO. Not much doing that time. Was that a little, it looked like a pop RPO. We had that tight end kind of going down the seam. The little 2-man RPO game going out to the right. We decided to keep that one with McCord. Not able to get much. Staying in this trips. Really been heavy RPO, and we are seeing some corner blitzes for Marshall. Trying to, I'm not sure if that's their quick jump or not. But we look to the weak side. The little post or whatever that was. We find our guy Alex Sanchez underneath that deep safety, cooks that outside corner. First down for the Mountaineers in the red zone now. Can we bring this back to a 1-score game? Let's see if we're going to get another playoff here before the second quarter, before we have to flip sides. See, maybe they don't want to go into that big Thunder and Herd back behind the end zone. I assume that's a student section, perhaps. Where is our outside receiver going on that? Hold on a second. Watch number 83 over here. Where is he going on this? Just wee. He just runs into the middle of the field. He doesn't even touch anybody. So the result is just a gain of 3. Let's take it to the second quarter. That leaves a 2nd and 7. Another trips going on here to the short side this time. It's just a run to McCord right up the middle. There is Roger McCord. You can contain, what is it? You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. Marshall had done a great job of that so far, but eventually McCord is going to make plays if we keep giving him the ball. That time he takes that run right up the gut in for the Appalachian State touchdown, back to a 1-score game. We'll jump ahead just a little bit here. Marshall earlier in this drive had a 2nd and 26 from their own 1-yard line, but was able to push the ball downfield and got here. Now we're to Appalachian State's 36, trying to make it back to a 2-score game. We had our tight end. We're going deep though. Deep shot. Excuse me. No effort at all. Was that Eugene Hilton at the back line of that end zone? I mean, pressure was there. That's a tough throw for our quarterback. But we'd like to see a little bit of effort. I believe that was Hilton, number 13. Would love to see a little bit of effort from our guy. At least get your hands up, something. So we're just going to take a safe route on the next one. Go with a little slip screen over to Barry Cornelius. Nearly picks up that first down. 3rd and inches. Yeah, I mean, that seemed like a pretty good ball. That was definitely Mr. Hyde unleashing a deep shot there. But Eugene Hilton had some other ideas. Going with an RPO, number 75 chases it down from the backside, but Barry Cornelius having none of it. Shakes him off to pick up the first down. That looked like a loss of 2 potentially with that backside defense getting in there. Could have set up another 4th down for Marshall, but instead, that is an alternate reality. In the reality we actually live in, that is 1st down for the Thundering Herd. Ball to the 24-yard line. Going a little play action, going for that crosser over to A. Good user defense, so then find the other guy. A kind of clearing everybody out, going to the right, making the user follow that. We'll just hit that post over there to Andrew Barker. I believe our backup tight end, or maybe starting tight end. I can't remember. That was forever ago. Either way, that is Andrew Barker with a huge 1st down, setting him up at the 2-yard line. Pressure there. Mr. Jekyll tries to get out of the pocket and make some plays happen. The pressure right in his face. Looks for that back line again. At least we got a little bit of an effort from our wide receiver on that one. But Appalachian State defender all over him. Forces the incompletion. 2nd and goal now at the 2. I mean, you got to think it's Barry Cornelius. Gotta be Barry Cornelius time. Certainly looks like it. A little counter run for Cornelius. But Appalachian State's defense, I mean, Cornelius is a very, very good halfback. These are 2 very good halfbacks going at it here. And if both teams have been playing really, really strong run defense here so far. But now 3rd and goal at the 1. We are going to go with an RPO, a little hitch on B. Stem it down a little bit. Okay. Tries to throw the hitch. Oh, number 26 on Appalachian State was just a step too far off of that. Tony Martin is there to haul that one in for the Marshall touchdown. Gives them the 21-7 lead. Appalachian State looking to fire back here before half. Got it to their own 43, just shy of the 2-minute warning here. Going back to that RPO. Got our guy in the flat. There's number 6 who gets absolutely blasted. Oh my goodness. Valami Mahi, the wide receiver there for Appalachian State, just got decleated by that Thundering Herd defender. No chance to hold on to that ball. That is one of the cleanest hit stick fumbles you will ever see. And Marshall really trying to stack on here before half. Already down by 14. Huge sack there by the App State defense. We need these boys. These boys need to make a play. Like, we just look at that. Just goodness gracious. Good night, Irene. Put her to bed. Read her the story. It is time to go to sleep. So let's see now. Marshall with a 2nd and 16. Going back to this like post curl play. Don't have... Trying to force one into the... Tried to force one into the post over the middle. We've had good success thrown over the middle against this Mountaineer defense so far, but that time we had quite a few defenders there who decided just to play volleyball with that one. Turns around and just spikes it. Game, set, match. Is that a... No, that works for volleyball too, doesn't it? Or is that just a tennis thing? The world may never know. Going with a wheel route over to our halfback who drops the pass. The whole streak on one side, then have that wheel route behind him. Let the streak clear out those deep zones, open up underneath for our halfback, but he's unable to hold on to it. And Marshall, there's the, I mean, at least we got the stop. We didn't get, whoa. Backspin on that punt. At least we got the stop on defense. We didn't get the turnover we were really hoping for, but we still forced that 3 and out. Appalachian State gets the ball back here with less than 2 minutes to go. And looking to take advantage quickly. Got it to midfield here. Still a minute 20 to go. Still 2 timeouts. Time not a concern here for Appalachian State. Going to an empty set. Little stick and nod right over the middle to old Roger McCord. Who else? Your back's against the wall. You need somebody to make a play. Find number 1 on Appalachian State. Brings them all the way down to the 14-yard line. Minute 13. Staying in this empty spread. So we have seen Appalachian State use quite a bit of empty in years past. It was a lot of like shake routes on McCord, a lot of slants, all trying to go over the middle of the field. What a user play by Marshall. He was sitting on that the entire time, but did a great job of making it look like he wasn't. He's on McAdams here. We see this little hitch and then switches over to Hendershot. Goes to, looks like I'm taking that away, comes right back down to the middle and takes away the hook to McCord. That is just tip of the cap to you. Good user play there by Jax and the Thundering Herd to get a huge defensive stop. Minute before halftime. Now they've got 3 timeouts. Still a minute to go. Time, not really much of a concern for Marshall here. See if we can maybe even push this to a 3-score game. Here comes a user rush right up the middle. Tries to hit that one-on-one post over the middle. Try to trust your guy there. We see the blitz coming. We see one-on-one coverage. We're hoping that post wins. Unable to that time. Let's see if Marshall, let's see what happens here before half, because I honestly don't know. Little PA read here with a whip route on our right slot. Crosser going on Y. Try to hit that crosser, but the corner was sitting down on it. Oh my goodness, there's the big play. That is what this Appalachian State team has needed all day. Something to spark a little momentum, something to put a little bit of life into these Mountaineer boys. And it looked like maybe a cloud flat. And something on the outside looked like it was kind of staying down on that whip, but once that crosser comes, it starts to back up, and then we get that tight end RPO again. Gavin Hoffman, just like that. Looked like Appalachian State was dead in the water after that user pick they threw, but then they get that ball right back. Next play, they're in for the touchdown, and we are back to a 21-14 game. We'll see if Marshall can draw anything up here before half, and then we'll go over our halftime highlights of our other user games here. Looks like just a little all-go with a Texas route. Pass lead that up the field, finds that perfect little soft spot for Barry Cornelius. 2 plays, I think it was just been 2 plays, and Marshall should be in field goal range here, especially at home. Don't have to worry about that. Huntington? Something like that. West Virginia crowd getting all wild here. Trying to flood over to the right. There goes Dr. Jekyll trying to make a play with his legs, but the Appalachian State defensive line having absolutely none of it. 2nd and 9 for the Thundering Herd. Still 16 seconds, 1 timeout. You can still call pretty much whatever you want here. Looks like we're going tight open, probably slot post. One of the best plays. I love this play. I've never really gotten it to work great, but I love it. I'm hoping that's actually what he called here. It might be a run. We'll see. Oh, the little like vertical something. I don't remember what this play is actually called. This play I never really call out a tight open. See, oh, we got B clearing to the left, and Martin shakes off the tackle. We had the safety up there coming down to try to make a play, but Martin in this Marshall Thundering Herd offense, another broken tackle, takes that one in for the touchdown. The explosiveness of the Thundering Herd pays off here before half. 40 seconds to take it in for the touchdown and push it back to a 2-score lead, and that, I believe, will take us to halftime. You never know. You never know. Especially in this Penn State playbook. There's some real wacky stuff in here. Get it to McCord. Ooh, looked like potential. And we've seen Appalachian State pull some crazy stuff out before half, but we will just take it to half. 28-14 lead for the Thundering Herd. I mean, both offenses look pretty solid. It's just some big plays by that Marshall defense has really been the difference here so far. So at halftime, let's take it to our halftime highlights of some of our other user games that happened here throughout week 4. Starting in Bowling Green as the Falcons are taking on the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. Going with a real heavy set here against this empty, trying to get some pressure on the Bowling Green quarterback, but hits that little quick out to the right. Bowling Green off to a hot start in that one. Now we get a 4th and 1, similar kind of thing here, but this time number 19 of Louisiana Tech is ready to jump right in front of it, takes it for a pick. Now unfortunately, he does not quite have the wheels, and he does get hawked down, tries a spin move. A for effort there, buddy. But Louisiana Tech takes quick advantage of that turnover. Beautiful find right up the seam here. A red pass by that Louisiana Tech quarterback, but our big boy number 23 boxes out that safety, comes down with it for the Bulldogs touchdown. Bowling Green looking to put this one away, though, up 35-7. Going to that left, going to that corner out, finds his guy. Bowling Green gets that win, 42-14, nearly 500 yards of offense for the Falcons in that one. Then we go to James Madison and Colorado State out in Fort Collins. Colorado State looking to make an impact, making a statement here early, finds his guy up the seam, makes it a 7-7 ball game. And this is Colorado State, who I believe is in the bottom division, taking on James Madison, one of the favorites in the Platinum division. So even having it at 7-7 at any point is pretty dang good. There's a power read to Murray, takes that one in for the touchdown, and now James Madison doing what James Madison does, back to that power read. This time keep it with Cam Dyer, who is just a freak show of a quarterback, takes that one in for a long James Madison touchdown, and that's what they do. They'll just wear you down. 41-7. James Madison gets that win against the Rams. Temple against Utah State, number 7 in the country. Utah State representing the Mountain West. rolling out, finds his guy McCutcheon, jukes him out, touchdown for the Aggies, putting them up early in this one. Then 7-3 right after a Temple field goal. First play after the Temple field goal. We'll just chuck one up to our guy Paler, that pistol play action slot streak that we've seen Utah State kill so many people from. And you can't forget about Daniel Hill, who for some reason is still at Utah State. Look at this man go. Get off me, little fellas. You can't bring him down. You can't catch him. I don't know what you do against Daniel Hill. I wish he'd go to the NFL already. But Utah State gets that win, 28-9. Temple kicks a field goal there at the end, gets more points on the board. Why the heck not? But Utah State gets the win. Then last but not least, Louisiana heading up to Pullman to take on the Washington State Cougars, defending champion Vancy. This is that new wrinkle of his offense we saw during their game of the week and a few different game breaks we've done with Louisiana, going to that 4-out and all go. Something new we've seen, and it's working beautifully. But Washington State battling back here in the first quarter. They find that curl to the left, touchdown for the Cougars, made it 7-7. But now Louisiana starting to pull away a little bit here, up 14-7, and again going to the all go. This time with the post over on our left slot, finds him again over the middle of the field, hits him with a weird little dance there. Now 28-7 right before halftime. Washington State last ditch effort to stay in this game, but the user defense of Vancy jumps right in front of that RPO slant, and number 7 is not going to get caught. Louisiana takes the 35-7 lead before halftime. Can anybody stop this triple option offense of the Raging Cajuns? We will find out, but that is a 49-21 victory for Louisiana, and that will wrap up our halftime highlights. Let's take back to the main event, where in just 50 seconds, Marshall has got this ball right about back to midfield. We need some life here from this App State defense. We saw them force that one stop in the first half after the turnover led to points. Oh, the user defender was right there. We just took one step too deep, so he's able to hit that quick little drag or whatever that was right underneath him. Picks up 7, 2nd and 3 now for Marshall. As Cornelius in the backfield with Hyde. Looks like we're going back to one of those counter runs. Number 0, look, maybe a slot corner, I think, of Appalachian State gets in there to bring Cornelius down. Like I said, both of these run defenses have actually been doing a pretty good job considering how good the halfbacks on each side are. Neither McCord, Cornelius, even Peters on Marshall have really been able to get a whole heck of a lot going. I am surprised to see Cornelius still in there considering the wear and tear we just saw on him. Here comes the big blitz. We go for the drag right underneath, and Murphy, oh my goodness, Murphy takes the drag all the way in. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Slap. Charlie Murphy takes that one in for the Marshall Thundering Herd touchdown, pushing it to a 3-score lead. It's not over. It's not over yet. Trust me, I understand it might seem like it's over, but it's not all the way over yet. It really might seem over after this one, as Wilkins tries to go for a deep shot over the middle, intercepted by Wilson of Marshall, cuts this one out to the right, trying to find a pathway down that right sideline. Like 2 Appalachian State guys kind of knocked each other off of that tackle, but he takes that one down to the 29. Marshall looking pretty good here, up 35-14, 3 minutes left in the third. I'm telling you, it ain't over yet. Let's see what Marshall can do with the ball here, though. To see if maybe make it a 4-score game. Surely there'd be no crazy comeback attempt coming if it's a 4-score lead. Go to Cornelius, and again, that number 0 just, I mean, he teleported into that backfield to bring Cornelius down. Only a gain of 2. Like I said, these guys, they're both the run defenses. Been pretty impressed by both sides of the ball here. So Hyde in the backfield with Cornelius again, doing a little fake jet halfback seam here. We have Cornelius on that seam, just nobody over there for Appalachian State. Goes for the hurdle. You gotta applaud the attempt, but it looked like he took a helmet right to the nards on that one. Gets brought down at the 4. Almost lucky he even held on to that ball. I mean, that was pretty funny looking. Oh, those halfback seams are just so good. Going back to a little play action, try to hit it to our tight end over to the right, number 82. That's Prince Agbugu. That is the tight end one. That's like the pure blocker tight end. Can't expect him to get out and make a play on something like that, I suppose. Second goal now at the 3. Marshall. It's still Cornelius back there. Gonna go for that corner. Oh no, goes for the little slant right underneath, finds his guy. Another Marshall touchdown. 28-point lead for the Thundering Herd. This App State team, they've got fight, they've got heart. They're not gonna quit. As we see very shortly here on a 2nd and 10, well, you only missed one incomplete pass there. Going back to that tight end pop, and there is Gavin Hoffman, an absolute stud on this Appalachian State team. The big boy tight end already got 5 for 100 after that one. Puts them into Marshall's red zone. Like I said, App State, they're going to fight. There's one thing the Mountaineers are going to do. They're not just going to roll over. They're not just going to give up. They are going to battle. They are going to fight. And there goes McCord right up the middle. Big boy defensive tackle, number 94 of Marshall, meets him there, brings him down just for a gain of 4. Staying in some of this trips, we've seen a lot of trips from Appalachian State, mixing in a lot of RPOs, a lot of runs. Let's see if this can be another potential tight end RPO here. No, this is just going to be a straight pass. Don't really have that whip. Oh, well, okay. We'll take it for a gain of 2. Now App State's coming out in that split Y off. We had seen in years past, Appalachian State used to use a lot of the split back stuff, and it was a lot of backs cross, which is a very, very good play, as long as your backs can actually get out of the backfield. A lot of times they will get stuck. But we'll see if that's kind of what the thought process here is. Yep, that was backs cross, and his guys get stuck, but the one-on-one on the outside, trust Alex Sanchez to beat the one-on-one coverage, get up, make a play on it. Marshall's defender dives, and here come the Mountaineers. Went for an onside kick, didn't work, so Marshall's now got it 3rd and 1 at App State's 41-yard line. Going a little jet, mixing in a little different type of a run here, and Mr. Charlie Murphy, F.Yo. Couch, takes that jet sweep, and he does not want to go down, right? He scored the touchdown on that drag earlier. Then now he takes that jet sweep, picks up a huge yardage for the Thundering Herd. 40 seconds left, finding Mr. Murphy again. All of a sudden, where did this Murphy character come from? He has taken over for this Marshall offense on that little RPO this time, picking up another first down to the 12-yard line now, doing all sorts of things. I don't even know what's happening at this point. Going back to pistol, going back to the slants, finds him again. Oh, well, that was Hilton that time. That was your problem. We got to just throw this ball to Murphy. Any ball that's not going to Murphy, what are we even doing here? And back into the tight open to try to punch to this one in for the Thundering Herd. Quick drag. Nope. Right over the middle. See? I told you. Just go to Murphy. Murphy has been an absolute superstar today for the Thundering Herd. Takes that one in. Back to a 4-score lead. Heading into the 4th quarter. Surely App State's not going to score 20-something points here in the 4th. That'd be wild. And yet here we are. 30 seconds passed here in the 4th. And App State's got it at Marshall's 33-yard line. Going with a little all-go, finding our tight end again, Gavin Hoffman. Awful tight window there, but past the user below that deep safety. But we find our guy in Appalachian State now into the red zone. Might be making it interesting. We will see. Going with a little man coverage here are the Thundering Herd. Going with another RPO, and there goes McCord. You can't keep him good man down for long. I don't know how he didn't end up scoring there, but still McCord takes it down to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal now. Appalachian State, see if we're going back to an RPO. We have seen quite a few times. There's nobody out there on the tight end. Yeah, caught him in the man blitz. Nobody out there on the tight end. Gavin Hoffman, 9 catches, 130 yards, and 2 scores, matching the 2 scores of Charlie Murphy on Marshall. 21-point ball game. Appalachian State ain't just rolling over, boys. We had another failed onside kick, but the App State defense has got them to a 3rd and 13. See if we can get off the field here. The pressure gets home. 4th and 13. Marshall is going to have to punt this one away. Well, hold on. We saw him punt in a similar situation, so I just assumed. Yes. Well, let's make sure. He was flipping through his plays for a minute. Let's make sure this isn't a fake. Looks like a pretty... Oh, nope, it is a fake. It is the fake. He goes for X and gets intercepted. Why the heck not, man? Why the heck not? We saw him flipping through his plays, so I wasn't sure if that was actually going to be a fake or not. He does go for the fake, and it looked like he had it for a second. That looked awful close. But App State gets the ball back, and here come the Mountaineers. Here comes Radinho. Keeps on fighting. Goes back to an RPO. Almost gets... Whoa. Okay. It's almost like those hit sticks just weren't even registering there. But now we're on Marshall's side of the 50 again. Down by 21. 4 minutes to go. It's not looking great. But from where we were, this is looking fantastic. Goes back to that tight end RPO flat. Gets Newsom again. Newsom. I'm thinking Gavin Newsom. Like governor of California. I don't know why I would be thinking that. Gavin Hoffman on that tight end flat RPO again gets a huge chunk of yards for Appalachian State. We got him over the middle. Bing, bang, boom. Just like that, here come the Mountaineers. This time we went for the deep kickoff, and Marshall has been moving the ball here down to 3 minutes to go. Can App State's defense clutch up one more time and keep the dream alive? There goes Dr. Jekyll rolling out to the right, throwing a dicey one, but it does get caught. Tony Martin there on that reception. Really here for Marshall, even if we just end up with 3 points and make this a 3-score game, you'd think we're pretty comfortable. But with the way these offenses have been humming here lately, who the heck knows? We're gonna try it pass again. It looks like we got X underthrown. That's Mr. Hyde. That's Mr. Hyde. We needed Dr. Jekyll, but Mr. Hyde is the one who showed up for that one. Interception, and here come the Mountaineers. Down by 14, 3 minutes to go now, but with the ball. Just look at it. The guy we've been going to all day. The guy we've been going to all day. Oh, the guy. Gavin Hoffman's been our guy all day. He is going wide open on that RPO. And instead we go to our receiver on the left and is nearly intercepted. Oh, devastating. Going back to an all go. We'll just check one down to Roger McCord here. Oh, man. Crazy sequence of events there. Potentially had a touchdown to Hoffman. Test the one-on-one on the left side, nearly intercepted. But then we'll just take our check down to McCord. Get some yards. Hoffman. Ooh, see if we... It's just tough to get the time, and then Roger McCord gets hurt. Ooh, devastating. it's tough little series here for old Appalachian State. But we're still alive. That's what really matters. Seeing if that was McCord, maybe he can hit that gap and get some things going. Oh, he's fine. Strained forearm. He'll be all right. 3rd and 8 now. Appalachian State. Last gasp, last hope, last chance to get anything going here and keep this one a ball game. Going back to all go. It's a good time for that man coverage. But Gavin frickin' Hoffman. Gavin Seymour Hoffman. Unbelievable. The user defender is there. The CPU defender is there on the man coverage. Hoffman doesn't give a toot. He is going to go make a gosh dang play. Now we try that tight end pop RPO again. This time I have to give it to McCord. User defender of Jax takes away the pop pass. 2nd and 9. Had to burn a timeout there. Maybe a little early. Use the timeout? I don't really know. Going back to the tight end flat, going to him again, just need him to break a tackle. And of course he will, because Hoffman is the freaking Terminator. This guy is unbelievable. 12 catches, 221 yards in his 3rd touchdown of the day. And Appalachian State has brought it back to 49-42 with less than 2 minutes to go. They've scored 21 points in, what, 4 minutes? Then we're going for an onside kick. Marshall did not even come out in onside kick defense, but number 36 jumps right on top of that one. And as fun of a, let's see, I mean, what a fun story a comeback would be here. Nothing against Marshall and Jax personally, but my goodness, would a comeback be fun here. Pressure right up the middle. Calhoun comes through completely untouched. 2nd and 21 for Marshall. Can App State's defense one more time answer the call, answer the bell, and give this offense one more chance? 2nd and 21. I mean, only one timeout left. One first down is essentially the game here. Going for a little halfback scissors over to the right side. You can take your flat if you want it. Take your flat. Just need somebody to go make a tackle. Okay, Hoffman on App State. He probably would have fought through that somehow. Bounced off both those tackles and kept going, but not the tight end of Marshall. So now we got a 3rd and 13. App State holding on to that last timeout, holding on to their last hope, the last chance they might have to get McCord, to get Wilkins, to get Hoffman, to get that offense back on the field one more time. 3rd and 13. Is App State going to go for a blitz here? Try to, I mean, that pressure's been getting in pretty nice the last few times. Going a little double ins over the middle. Nowhere to go. RB maybe had that right flat. I don't know how many yards he would have gotten. Tried to take that deep shot, and it looked like it was there on X, but that pressure again, that App State defensive line just wearing down the Marshall offense. Gets in there, forces the incompletion, and we've got a 4th and 13. Game on the line. If Marshall gets this, that is game over. If App State's defense can stand tall, that's another shot for Hoffman and this offense. 4th and 13. Hyde dropping back to pass. I think we're looking deep to X again. We are. Same thing. And it's overthrown. And it's overthrown. We had him 2 plays in a row. First one, the pressure gets in. And that time is just an overthrow. We needed Dr. Jekyll. We got Mr. Hyde. Overthrown again. 1:04. 1 timeout left for Appalachian State. Down by 7. Going back to that RPO. Trying to get some room up the middle. Try to catch him a little off guard with a run. Unable to do so. Gain of nothing. 2nd and 10. Going back to all go. Going up the right seam. Ball knocked out. Oh, the deep third is able to recover and get over there in time. Knocks that ball out. 3rd and 10. Appalachian State. What is the call going to be here? We're going back to a tight end RPO. It's been there so much I wouldn't hate it. We're going back to all go. Back to Hoffman. Just didn't quite let him get deep enough, and it is intercepted by the Marshall defense. Oh, and that is going to be our game here. Marshall is going to come away with a 49-42 victory. Let's see if we can go ahead, head it back over here. What a game, though. What a comeback attempt there by Radinho and Appalachian State. They had the ball back down by 7, had 21 points in the 4th quarter to make this one a super, super fun game. So GG's to Radinho, GG's to Jax. So 500, they combined for nearly 1,000 yards of offense on 115 plays. And neither team really able to get much going on the ground. The main attack was going to be through the air, 440 to 400 pass yards, and the turnover battle. That's really what ended up doing Appalachian State in. But boy, did those guys sure battled, man. What a game. Let's see, where did Hoffman ended up with 12 for 221 and 3 scores. McCord 6 for 86. Mahe 71 for 1 and 1. He might never play again after that hit he took. That was pretty brutal. Let's see, Marshall's side here. Charlie Murphy, 8 for 118 and 2 scores. Tony Martin, 103 and 3 scores. Murphy really took over. That 3rd quarter was just all Murphy. He was just getting open. He was outrunning everybody. He's not even that fast. But he gets in, I mean, he's 88 speed, but he's 6'5", downhill, bouncing off tacklers, making things happen. So that is a win for the Marshall Thundering Herd in an electric, absolutely electric game. Let's go over everything else that's happened here in week 4. Old Dominion, start with the American Conference, which is our Silver Conference, our 3rd conference. Old Dominion gets the win against UAB. Southern Miss and USF. So we've seen a few times Southern Miss not able to play their CPU games. They were in communication. They were trying to figure out a time to play USF. Unfortunately, that did not work out. So USF is going to get the win on this one. And it's going to put USF at 4-0, but all that really matters is conference standings. Anyway, Bowling Green gets the win against Louisiana Tech, 42-14. San Diego State gets on the board. Finally, Perez is off the mat and gets a win against BYU, 63-34. We saw Marshall win that nail biter against Appalachian State. Louisiana takes down Washington State. Going to Conference USA, our Gold Conference. FIU improves to 3-1 with a win over number 11 Nebraska. Rice gets the win against SMU. They keep taking down those dang Texas boys. UNLV and Navy. This game also, unfortunately, due to scheduling issues, will not be able to be played. That is going to be a Force Navy win on that one. Georgia State takes down Kennesaw State, a battle of Georgia State. teams, state teams from Georgia, I guess. North Texas beats Liberty 77-10. To our Mountain West, the Platinum, the tippy top of the mountain. Old Dominion improves to 2-2 by beating UAB. Utah State takes down Temple 28-9. Buffalo beats UConn 24-12, gets them to 4-0 on the season. Texas State, number 24 in the country, improves to 4-1 with the win against Cincinnati 63-35. Toledo keeps ripping through the computer teams 49-32. They get the win there, and they do have one user win already. Toledo does. They've been off to a very hot start. Our defending national runner-up looking to make another deep run here. James Madison beats Colorado State 41-7, and we saw Louisiana. Our last conference is going to be the Sun Belt, where Oklahoma State takes down our new East Carolina user 44-14. Yeah, force win for USF there. I think we've seen everything else. Oh, another user game we just didn't have video of was Fresno State versus Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern wins that one 48-27. I believe this was actually a conference game. Georgia Southern getting a good start there. I mean, pretty even total offense, 292-295. I'm guessing this was a turnover issue for Fresno State. Yeah, 3 turnovers to 0. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it. So that's all the scores, everything that happened in week 4. We'll take a quick look at our conference standings, and then we can get on out of here. Our next video, it's going to be, we have a user game with Old Dominion against Rice, which is going to be a tough matchup for us. And then we're going to hop into conference play, which is going to be tough. So here is the Platinum Conference, our Mountain West. Louisiana and Tulsa has been our only conference game so far. Louisiana got the win in that one. They are 4-0 overall, as well as Toledo, Utah State, and James Madison. Tulsa at 2-1, Texas State at 4-1. Oh, and Buffalo at 4-0 as well. I don't know why they are down here. The other teams are above them. I don't know. And then here we are, 2-2. But like we said, conference games are all that really matter. We took that rough sim loss to Marshall and a heck of a game against Army. So it is what it is. So that's our Platinum Conference. Our Gold Conference, no conference games have been played yet, but our next opponent, Rice, number 13 in the country, sits on top 4-0. Marshall, we just saw get that win at 4-0. Oregon State at 4-0. FIU, North Texas at 3-1. This is going to be It's going to be super interesting once we get deep into conference play and find out, who's jockeying for promotion, who's jockeying for a demotion. I think it'll make for some fun stuff here towards the end of the season. So then our Silver Conference, no conference games played yet here either. USF, Army, and Bowling Green, and Sam Houston all stand undefeated as of right now. But like I said, with no conference games, it kind of is what it is. All that really matters in my mind is the conference stuff. Then in the Sun Belt, we have had one conference game we just talked about. Georgia Southern gets the win against Fresno State, puts them at 2-2, along with East Carolina, Fresno, Temple, and Colorado State. Southern Miss at 2-1. UTSA and Louisiana Tech bringing up the rear. So that's all the scores that happened. That's how all the conferences stand. That is a full wrap up of week 4 here. Hope you guys enjoyed this game of the week. Like I said, we'll be back with our next user game against Rice here shortly, and then we'll have another game of the week for week 5. So I will see you guys then. Until then, take it easy.